In the last episode, Grind to Grandmaster's up begins and ends at the same time. I know, that just shows how powerful the Lord of WhyGuy truly is. Starting his first game in Grandmasters of Season 10, WhyGuy made it known to his adversaries that he has no intention of dragging this arc for too long. Olaf and Silas dukes it out in the river for the annual wet t-shirt competition, but with Silas not wearing a shirt, WhyGuy disqualified him, poking his gut with a quick cue. Aphelios showed the power of a single grape-flavored faker ice cream cone, landing a 4-man ultimate, rooting them all in place, ending the game with a victory 200 years style. To you who seek enlightenment on how to build Pyke, Papa just found a new build that allows Pyke to fully scale, unlocking his full potential. Let's start with the items. We'll be building full Lethality and 40% CDR. Having 2 escapes in your kit is just too good with 40% CDR. WhyGuy's not building boots of mobility because it may be the best boots when you're out of combat, but it's the worst when you're in one. Ionian boots is cheaper, plus it allows you to achieve 40% cooldown reduction. It also reduces your summoner spell cooldown for more psychotically anxious and cripplingly depressing plays. For the runes, Hail of Blades is the best keystone to have with this build. Just play Nautilus if you want to take Aftershock. Then take Cheap Shot because it'll give you more damage than Sudden Impact. All the zombie ward sounds appealing on Pyke. WhyGuy prefers Eyeball Collection because having 10 pairs of eyeballs in the palm of his hand helps him relax. And finally Ultimate Hunter. Under the second tree, it doesn't matter what you pick as long as you take Bone Plating. It's better than Second Wind when it comes to 2v2. Keep in mind that this build is powerful as early as level 1. Don't be afraid to walk up when you have Bone Plating up to go for a level 1 hook followed by 3 Hail of Blade autos. And when it comes to how to land your hooks, well, it may vary depending on your opponents, but in Papa's case, it just hits. You just have to play with your cues a lot and observe how your opponents react to it, and don't hold it for too long. Walking up and releasing it as soon as it gets in range is more likely to hit than holding it for next game, giving them enough time to dodge. That's a flash down on the enemy AD carry. I told you, no one expects that full engage at level 1. Much like how no one expects the ad that comes after it. Exchanging his support's life to their AD carries was so worth for WhyGuy. Our protagonist smells a freshly cooked fried chicken in the year 3025. Papa still goes in after knowing that it's a trap to force the time-traveling African-American out. A friendly teleport comes from that corner DM and if WhyGuy's counterattack. Not even a long time has passed and WhyGuy's ultimate is up once again, thanks to Ionian Boots and Ultimate Hunter. This is how you should play Pyke every time your team is doing Dragon or Baron and there are enemies nearby. Do not help your team. You can contribute more outside of the pit by instilling fear into the hearts of your enemies, making them think that you will hook them at any given time. Just don't hook the enemy jungler into the pit unless you fully trust your jungler to secure the smite, so you can destroy the enemy jungler's soul. This rarely happens on WhyGuy's games though. Because WhyGuy didn't buy Boots of Mobility, he prioritized Ghost Blade over Umbral Blade to make up for it. The out of combat movement speed that Ghost Blade gives plus its active is enough for our protagonist to quickly roam around the map, being where he wants to be as fast as possible, while not losing too much movement speed when he enters combat. Like I told you before about WhyGuy fully putting his trust in his jungler, it rarely happens. See how fast Pyke's W cooldown came back up? That's the power of having 40% cooldown reduction. Also credits to Ophelia's sacrifice for the glory of Hydra. The enemy team proceeds to push with their advantage in numbers, not knowing that it wasn't an accident that Papa played Bloodstained soundtrack in the background, but it was to summon the Bloodlord himself in the mid lane.